Scorpion wins.
Ashe. It is 11:13. That's the number of the house I used to live in Inglewood. Started at my bedroom door, closing it at 11:11. Came on the phone camera at 11:12. Here I am at 11:13. Let's get things popping. 11:15, of course, is my birthday, and it is 47 minutes away from August the 1st, 2020. All right, so work with me, stranger. Happy birthday to all the Leos, especially those for August. Actually, today we have my brother Shaba, aka Reggie's birthday is popping today, and tomorrow we have Justin. Shout out to you, Justin. And then we have a lot of 8/8 birthdays. Today's quick spiel, because I actually did something last night. I don't even remember, because y'all know I get so high and I do so much in a day that I have to literally write it down or take a memory. Working on our memory always. But yeah. Pause this since I see this one is working, and I'm going to keep watching and monitoring the time, because I think I had to just take some videos off that I've already have uploaded on YouTube, and I need to clean out my hard drives. Anyway, tonight's show is going to be a shout out to Astro Butterfly, who has been sending me all her blog perspectives on the interpretations of the transits and the month and the week. So shout out to her. I still, of course, listen to my other favorites. Shout out to Dolo, Fly Boss, Uriel, however, whatever name he wants to be, the Leo rising, the Aries sun, the Sagittarius moon, because he's been on his Leo rising this week, basically saying that all of us get everything from him. And I will admit that I get some things from him, but I also get some things from others. Like, shout out to Scorpio Mystique. She's the number one that started me on this path. Shout out to her. Dosavia is her name. Shout out to Molly McCord, who I learned from. Bracha, who is spiritually my favorite, my soul sister when I become a little bit older. And then Oblas Astrology, which stands for, I just realized, Oblas. Shout out to Oblas Astrology. Oblas stands for A Better Life Astrology School in Brisbane, Australia. So shout out to Roland Legend, that's his name. I learned from him. I also learned from Achut Dababa, who has lovely astrology pieces, and all of us like pick things to talk about, and mine is piggybacking off of Astro Butterfly today. And normally I also piggyback off of Molly, Bracha, Dolo, a whole combination of people. Cam White, who I normally look at on Sundays when I do my weekly show, and take from him. Also Molly on Wednesdays. So, you know, a shout out to my Facebook Astro people, my TikTok Astro people. The Astro guy on TikTok followed me today. Love him. I can't think of the other guy that I followed that's into astrology heavy. He's from Chicago. Anyway, shout out to all my Astro people. Let's all follow each other. Let's all support each other and get everybody on this path, okay? My Capricorn moon has been talking too much and trying to boost people up into these business and positions, even though it's still popping. The businesses especially are popping because the government just announced, and I'm trying to figure out what transit this is, but that's not what we're talking about today. But the government just announced, see, it's telling me my disc is almost full. Shit, I'm gonna stop this after I say this and clear it out a little bit. The government just announced that the mandates for masks and vaccines are popping for most jobs, especially federal government jobs, and most jobs are saying that they are mandating it. So start your own business. Because my Capricorn moon saying boss up, let go of that restriction from Saturn, my ruled planet for my Capricorn moon, and Saturn in Aquarius is basically saying that, things need to be switched up with this authority. So let's get it popping and switch up. Take a risk. Okay, I took a few notes. My daily planner, which I'm going to start practicing, getting into these Virgo vibes with Mars and Venus now in Virgo. Lovers have moved out of the hot, spicy Leo position and now in Virgo, and they move pretty quickly if y'all notice. So we're getting Leo vibes because the sun is in Leo. We're going to have a new moon in Leo next week, and then Mercury is in Leo too. So Mercury is pretty fiery talking right now and thinking. And Mars and Venus are pretty good in Virgo too, but we'll talk more about that in the weekly. Let's talk about August 2021. So, of course, August is half Leo, half Virgo season. So the last two individual signs, when I mean the individual signs, the first 6 signs of the zodiac, Aries to Virgo. So that's Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Did I say Aries to Taurus? Aries to Virgo. And the last 2 signs of the first 6 individual signs, they have to do with your individual self. Libra through Pisces has to do with your collective self, or yourself in the collective. So Leo and Virgo being the last 2 of the individual signs, we're getting those fun times and organized to settle down times or energy. We're getting the fun energy, the last call of the party, and they get it in organized because we're getting ready to buckle down for a pretty vicious winter. All right, so the last individual signs are also before Libra, which is the balancing out of all the signs and how we balance out in our relationships with people. That's going to be a good time too. I'll be excited to talk about that next month. All right, but what are we discovering as a collective, even as individuals, in these last 2 individual energies? August the 1st, which is 33 minutes away. There's that number 33 again. What is going on in these technologies? We'll go with 32. 32 minutes from August the 1st, Sun is conjunct Mercury. The Sun is in Leo. Mercury is in Leo, conjunct at 9 degrees. Mercury's been in Leo for a minute. Don't get me to tell you what the date is because I've already thrown away the July calendar. All right. Also on August the 1st, in a few minutes, this will bring illumination to some truths and information. Remember, the sun illuminates, it brings light to things. Mercury speaks truths. Mercury is, and then Mercury, when it goes into Virgo, is going to be even more potent because that's one of its other home signs. First, Mercury was in Gemini in its home sign. Mercury in Virgo is going to be another session in its home sign. But this can bring, because conjunctions can sometimes be blended good energy or sometimes blended bad energy. So this is only kind of tough because when the sun is shedding light on Mercury's truths in Leo, that can be kind of fiery and spicy. Leo is all, the sun's ruling planet. So it's all about, hey, look at me. This is what I'm trying to say. Being dramatic, in a good and sometimes troubling way. But it's also opposing Saturn in Aquarius. Leo's the opposition sign of of Aquarius. And Saturn is in Aquarius. Also, another sign in its formerly ruled planet. So Saturn formerly ruled Aquarius. It now rules Capricorn, but it's still basically home. Saturn is home in Aquarius. Therefore, this can bring conflict to ways to finalize or find your group. Finalizing what you know now about people that you used to be good with and now moving towards finding those you can be good with your new future. And that's been happening to me since last year, if I might add. All right, I have a few appointments I wrote in here too that I need to not read out loud. All right, at the end of this week, happy birthday to my old friend Elle. All right, next week on the 8/8, next Sunday, because we are again still 30 minutes away from this Sunday, August the 1st, first day of August. Let's get it popping. Happy birthday to my cousin Caleb on the 8/8. Happy birthday to Kim on the 8/8. And happy birthday to, who else is on the 8/8? If it's you on 8/8, shout yourself out so I can shout you out next time. 8/8 Lionsgate. 8/8 is in numerology, it's infinity. It's the infinity number, the life number. All right, breakthroughs on this day. The new moon brings new things, new energies. And on top of that, it's in 16 degrees in Leo, conjunct Mercury, square Uranus. I'm sorry, it's in 16, the new moon in Leo is at 16 degrees, conjunct to Mercury in Leo, more than likely around 16 degrees, squaring the Uranus and Saturn square, because Uranus is in Taurus, Saturn's in Aquarius, Leo is the other fixed sign that's making this basically a T-square, which is going through a lot. And if you have T-squares in your chart like I do, you've been through a lot, and you can go through pretty much anything and come out reborn, better than ever. All right, so on 8/8, we'll have that wonderful breakthrough of new ideas, new opportunities, new manifestations, and then the light shining on Saturn, the Leo sun shining on, and the Leo moon shining on Saturn and Uranus in this square, and what they've been doing all year long. So that Saturn-Uranus square has been popping off for all kinds of things. That's the old world fighting the new world. I know y'all heard me talk about this Saturn square Uranus all day. This is your Aquarius and your Taurus body fighting all day. Who's going to win? The wise old water barrier or the raging bull? That's just like the Scorpion and the Lion. Who's going to win? The fixed signs. This is going to bring in energies of who am I? How am I needed on this earth? And who do I belong, or how do I fit in this earth? And what groups can I belong to? What group, where do I fit in? How am I even as an individual? I just said someone in the collective. How am I even as an individual? How am I different? Those are the questions and answers we will find in as this new moon waxes. I'm sorry. We're in the waning moon right now. The new moon waxes up into a full moon until it grows into whatever answers you need later on 2 Sundays from 8/8, which would be the 22nd. All right, but that's the questions that we're going to be asking on the Lionsgate day. Later on in that week on Wednesday, happy birthday to my old friend Styles. I'm saying old friend because I still love my friends dearly. You know, I'm loyal to my friends, but I do feel those breakaways. And even my good friend Styles, shout out to you, said, are you sure you want to come back to those who might not be supporting your new path? And she was even talking about herself, and that's tough to hear and that's tough to say, and I appreciate you for that. All right, and I do feel you on that, and I am still making a decision. That's all I can say. I know I'm moving away, so who knows where the wind will blow all of us. Mercury will be home in Virgo, just that fast on the 11th. So yeah. If Mercury is conjunct on the 8th, I'm wondering is that correct? Anyway, my notes say Mercury, when it moves home in Virgo, will be practical, organized, will be quick thinking and creating. This is time for Mercury projects. So I know when Jim and I went back to touch up on my book, and I'm gonna definitely have to wrap this up. I have random people who I talk to online just about life, finding my social groups basically, and they're really interested in this book that I definitely have put out. You all know, if you were close to me or have been close to me, that the things that I went to should be in the book. You all know that I have written the book if I let you read some parts of it, especially the beginning, because that intro is crazy. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get back in that, and it's going to get published this year. It's really just my fears and wanting to move off grid before I put out my business tied into other people's businesses. Anyway, August the 16th, Venus will move into Libra. Venus is at home in Libra too, so a lot of the planets are at home, especially in the week that I'm speaking of, 15th through the 21st of August, mid-August. And when these homes are in their own planets, I'm talking about Venus will be in Libra on this week. Mercury just moved into Virgo, so that's home for Mercury. We have Saturn in Aquarius, that's home for Saturn. We have Neptune in Pisces, that's home for Pisces. We have the Sun in Leo, that's home for Leo. I feel like it's 6. What am I missing? We have 5 right there. Maybe it'll come up to me in a little bit. But those are all the planets pretty much that are in their home signs. All right. In a few more months, Mars will be in Scorpio, which is Scorpio's other home sign too. So yeah, speaking of home signs, better relationships in the home, better relating in the home. I'm looking forward to this. I feel like it's coming up on that too. My kids and I were starting to finally align and not get on each other's nerves and do for the house together and not complain and be grateful for all things, especially at home. Knowing what you want and value in healthy relationships will improve the feeling of life overall. So that's why I'm excited about Venus moving into Libra. My Venus is in Scorpio. So once it's at home and steps into Scorpio, it's going to be off the chain, and it's like all about loyalty or die with Virgo and Scorpio. But anyway, shout out to Pimp on 8/18. 8/18 is the day I lost my friend Pimp. It'll be 6 years this year. She died in 2015. She died right before her birthday because she's a Virgo, the week before she turned 33. So this is I Love Details Day also. This is Mercury conjunct Mars. They're both in Virgo. So it's like the ideas you're thinking of, you're putting action to, which is so exciting. And you're expressing your ideas, then you're acting on them. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So Mercury is wanting to express the ideas, being at home in Virgo, organized ideas. Mercury is supportive of others because it's like to cater and care for and give service to others. And then Mars, not being in his home sign, but in Virgo, it's organizing that action you take. Instead of it being so impulsive, it's more organized action. It's more of what Uranus and Taurus, the trine between Uranus and Taurus and Mercury conjunct Mars, both being in Virgo, those are the earth signs. So it's like you're grounding yourself, doing the work, reaping the benefits, the material benefits. So this is welcome to the new future, especially with Uranus and Taurus trining Mercury and Mars in Virgo. Earth signs and earth sign personal placements, like within your big 6, your sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. Any of those have earth signs in it. This is a good time for you on 8/18. And the 19th, Uranus in Taurus retrogrades. So on the 12th, the week before that, Uranus will station. It'll get stable, stationary, meaning it stops moving. It's not going direct forward, it's going backwards. And this intensifies the energy. Uranus is a tricky surprise type of planet anyway, so this is going to give you more, in retrograde, it'll give you more of a surprise, but it'll also give you more of awareness at the same time. Awareness of new energies and new info with the trine that happens the day before with Mercury conjunct Mars. More surprise action you take on yourself. More surprise ideas and information coming to you. Uranus is the frequency of the universe. You, Uranus. You, universe. You, unique for Uranus. So get into it. All right, so the 22nd, we're moving pretty fast and things are still flowing. We're 15 minutes in. I'm also going to tie this into the video that I tried to do last night when the camera stopped and I didn't realize it did and I gave up. I'm attached this to the two little girls that are clearly from the universe, not from here, but are beings somewhere else in the universe, telling us how we need to step into our power, because that Uranus and Taurus, even though Uranus and Taurus is a fall situation, it's like you're catching yourself from taking that risk with Uranus. It's still always going to be going your way with Uranus. You always win with Uranus. That's why that Saturn square Uranus is going to be a tough battle, but Uranus is going to win. The new world will win. On the 22nd of August, full moon in Aqua Part 2. Full moon in Aquarius. So we just had a full moon in Aquarius last Sunday. Saturday, I want to say, last Saturday. And it was like right after Leo season began. No, I have to get it's right here, but I didn't want to pull it out. Yeah, it was last Saturday, the 24th. So we have in Leo season we had two full moons. They're both in Aquarius, so they're both opposing the sun. Okay. The full moon in Aqua, two moons. Here we're talking about Uranus rule energy again. Here we're talking about the universe again. The universe is basically allowing you a second chance. That's why it's giving these two moons in Aquarius. The moon in Aquarius is showing you how to detach from the old and get ready from the new. It's giving you a second chance. So after you get all this information from 17 minutes away, I love that number, 17. 17 minutes away from August the 1st Eastern Standard Time, and you get all this information from the 1st to the 22nd about everything you need to do. When this second full moon hits, it'll be time to manifest all the new things you're stepping into. All your answers from the new moon happening in Leo on 8/8 will come on the 22nd. It's like you'll know exactly who you are in this world, and you'll have better clarity on your path to going forward. You've taken the action. You've shown and stepped into your power by now. You have 22 days to do this. 22 is the... Gosh, let me get it from TikTok. If 12 is Pisces, 8 is Scorpio, 22 is the Capricorn. That's what I was getting. 22 is the Capricorn degree. I just learned this on TikTok and it made so much sense. I have 22 in my sun, not to get back on me again. You know how my first house theorem is. Always about me. I have 22 degrees in my sun. The 22nd of August is like the new fresh start. The 22 degree is Capricorn degree. We're separating from this degree. You know, mine is 22 in like 59 or 50 something minutes. So I'm close to the 23rd degree, which is the Aquarius degree. And on the 22nd is also Virgo season. So Virgo season, anything that ends in O, we just left Leo. We're going into Virgo. After Libra bounces out, then we step into Scorpio. Anything that begins with O or ends in O. Anything that ends in O. All right. Virgos, take the mission of the full moon and even of the sun that it just left in Leo. And now the sun knows what to do in Virgo. It knows how to organize, it knows how to structure everything, it knows how to plan things out. You feel assured that things are going to get done because you just gave it the message from the full moon in Aquarius. Gave the second full moon in Aquarius gave the Leo sun right before it moved into Virgo the illumination of the idea of how we're going to proceed, even from that new moon on 8/8. Hopefully, I haven't confused you. That's why I'm talking slow, so I can make sure I know which moon I'm talking about. All right. So Virgos know what to do with this Leo and Aquarius energy that is heavily coming in right as soon as the moon goes full for the second time in Aquarius at the 29th degree, which is the mastery level on one hand and the what do I expect next on the other, because the 29th degree is the last degree of every sign, so it's important in every sign. And what do you do next? That is why the Virgo sun will know what to do next. Okay, so hopefully that worked out. And even as the Virgo sun moves in to, Leo to Virgo, the moon will also move from Aquarius to Pisces, which is the opposition sign of where the sun is. But we'll get into that then. The chaos and the organization is where I'm going with that, which should be like around the 24th of that week. The chaos and the organization between the sun and the moon in Pisces. Anyway, the 30th is where I'm going to wrap this up. The 30th is when Mercury enters Libra. And this is only because even though Mercury loves being in Virgo and Virgo's his home sign, Libra is now we can see others' points, because Libra has to deal with how we relate to others and Mercury has to deal with how we communicate. Now we can relate to all of our points that we have not been listening to or getting across in all the conversations we've been having all year long. And this is like a win-win relief, because it's like, for example, this is finally like me saying to my friends that I just spoke on, all my Leo friends especially. I have one Leo friend that I didn't mention whose birthday is on 8/18, and I think about her all the time, but it's like fixed signs, sayonara, but I wish her well. The whole thing is, it is heavy energy for fixed signs, basically, because we got to decide, are we going to change? Are we going to listen to our friends? Or are we going to listen to our former beliefs? When a lot of former beliefs are breaking down, but some people just have blinders to it breaking down. Don't want to know about it breaking down. Don't want to act like it's happening. And hopefully, on August the 30th, when Mercury moves into Libra, we can get some of our thoughts on the table and talk and be cordial and understanding and have aha moments. We'll see. All right, I'm TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many, Zakia, enlightening every day. Happy August. I'm not going to talk to y'all for 12 more minutes, so we're just going to have this ready by August the 1st. And shout out again to those who have birthdays today and the rest of all the month, Leos and Virgos. Peace.